If you make over $80,000 a year in a corporate job, 100K, 150, 250K, this one's for you. Otherwise, keep scrolling. So I just got off a call with a very well-known media source. You would know them. And I'm in my car right now, but I didn't want to wait in sharing this vital information with you. This journalist was inquiring about a very controversial TikTok that's going super viral right now, of a woman who is outing companies where they are massively lowering the salaries they're now offering for jobs that just a year or two ago they were offering a lot more. Specifically, she's outing a billionaire, and she shows where he used to pay like 150K or something like that for a social media job, and now is just offering between 70 and 80K. And she shows several other examples. This is called salary bands, and these are what companies will use, and they'll say, well, we're going to pay the market rate. And so, yes, right now there is a massive shift on the salary bands that are being put out there. Companies are 100% rolling back on the kinds of money they were throwing around post-pandemic and bringing down the salaries. And people are saying, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this when inflation is so high? We can't live off this. Why are they doing this? Folks, wrong question to ask. Wrong question to ask. If you are making over 80K a year and you're in a corporate job and you're saying, why are they doing to this? Why do they have corporate greed? Wrong question to ask. And let me explain why. You know how they tell you you're not going to change the person you're dating, whoever they are is the person? Well, companies and corporations, they're not going to change. The reason they're in business is to make money. And they pay you to do a job, and they're always going to be looking at the assets that they have and how to make the most money out of them. That is not going to change. Unless you go start a company and you decide that you're going to give away way more of the money until we have a massive shift, and I believe that will come in time. But as of the time that I'm recording this, the question you have to ask yourself going forward is, what will they continue to pay 80K, 100K, 150, 250K for? Did you see what I said there? What will they continue to pay for? Because I predict in the next 5 years, we are going to see more of those types of jobs literally go away. Those 150K jobs that people were getting go away. Because these companies are figuring out that they can get people for less for several reasons. So stick with me on this. I know this is one of my longer posts, but I need you to understand. First of all, every single day, there's people coming up in the career food train that are happy to take the job for less pay than you. Right? People come to me and say age discrimination. Well, the older you got, the more that you expected, but what additional value can you prove that you bring versus that company can just go get somebody younger and cheaper? That's not going to change, right? They're not going to pay for the BMW and all its bells and whistles if all they really need is the Honda. Okay, so that's the first thing you have to think about. As you climb the ladder in pay, it doesn't stay like this forever. You've got to stay relevant or you're out. Second thing that I think is going to disrupt this salary band of people, obviously AI. Every single day as companies get more familiar with how AI works, and every single day as more AI startups get built that produce tools and resources that do the work of 10 or 20 people, you better believe these for-profit companies are going to eliminate people that are too costly, that they can use automation for, okay? So those jobs are going to go away. Okay? But then the third thing, and I think this is one that not enough people are thinking about, so many people want to do remote work and work from home, that's the new hot benefit over healthcare, right? Everybody wants healthcare benefits, and they say, that's why I'm taking a full-time job, JT, I need healthcare benefits. People now absolutely demanding work from home. Companies know that. So they'll, have the work from home perk for you, but they're not going to pay you as much. And they know you're going to take it because you want to work from home. So these are the things that are catching up with us in the marketplace. Now, I say all this because if you made it this far and you're listening, there is a solution. You can keep making more money. But it goes back to the first question I told you, which is, what can you do to keep making the kind of money you want to make? You are always going to have to be looking at what's changing in your career, in your skill sets, to make sure that's the thing the executive team wants to pay good money for. Let's look at an example. If you are learning how to become a prompt engineer, if you are learning which AI tools can be immediately incorporated into your company so that instead of you having to have 5 employees report to you, you could do the same work with 2 employees, you just saved the company 3 salaries. They're going to pay you more money for that. So you have to, folks, it's going to get more and more competitive. You have to know your value and continue to build your value. You're not just going to keep collecting those high paychecks, because I've never seen it change as fast as it's changing now. If you aren't staying on top of it, you could be making $150K one week and next week lose your job, and the job that you can get is maybe 60, 70K. So please, if you have a full-time job right now and you're making that kind of money, you have to be inventorying your skills. You have to be having conversations within your organization. You need to be looking at what's happening in your industry with AI and the trends in order to stay relevant if you want to keep making that kind of money, okay? That's just the truth. And I'm working with clients every single day, right? Especially my elite clients, because my elite clients, I work with them one-on-one specifically on this around branding. Brand or be branded. Because these are folks that want to make high 6 figures and keep making high 6 figures. You're a brand. You're an expensive business of one selling their services to an employer. You better have a chef's kiss brand that is so on point and so relevant that they're willing to pay good money for it. And that's literally the work I do all day long, every single day with my elite clients, because if you don't know your brand, you're not going to sell yourself and get the most money. It's just facts. So I hope that helped. Please keep the questions coming, but pay attention to this stuff, folks. I don't want you suddenly losing your job and realizing you can't even make half of what you made before. You got to get on top of this now.